Hello, hello. How's everybody going? It's working? It's working. Cool. So today, after 1,537 slides, I guess, that you have seen until now, I will try to make it as easy as possible and as painfully as possible. Idea is that today we will be talking about how can we unlock the power of Balkan, okay? Because at the end of the day, we realize that we are part of a community, which is the Balkan community, and we should see how can we expand there. So the agenda of today will be I'll try to make it quite simple, as I said. Market overview, growth trends, popular platforms and payments. This is something very important because in this region, you need to realize and you need to know with who you should be working and how you should be working. Consumer behavior, because we need to know who to address and how to address to them. Challenges, opportunities, and why expand to the Balkans. First of all, as I said, we'll talk a bit about the market overview. So as you guys you guys know, in Bulgaria you have around 6 million people, in Romania you have 15 million, and so on. Idea is the power of Balkans is that it's made out of 75 million of possible buyers. The age distribution, it's around 30%, around in the region of 18 to 30. What this means is that these are people that are well into the region of online. This means buyers. And last but not least, it's the average penetration of internet, it's around 80%. Everybody that we know has a mobile phone, has a smartphone, and they use internet. Idea is that if you reach them, they can be, again, a possible buyer. Market size, it's around 20 billion. But what's most important in regards to other regions of the world, of Europe, is that here we see a double-digit increase year over year. So last year we have seen 25% increase in sales in e-commerce from one year to another. Second is that key categories are again into the electronics, fashion, especially now that we are seeing more and more traction in the fashion industry, where you see fast fashion coming to life and so on. Home goods, and of course, last but not least, is beauty. After the pandemic period, a lot of people started buying the beauty parts of e-commerce. Again, the post-pandemic shift is that we do see, as I said, a surge in online grocery and, as I said, into the region of beauty delivery at your home and not to go into a shop, most exactly in offline. Local platforms. In each country, you have key players. If you look at Romania, Bulgaria, you can find eMAG. If you look at Greece, you'll be finding our partners from Skroutz. And of course, Romania also, it's taking consideration is such a big market. We also have a second player there that it's growing, and it's called Altex. In the same time, as you guys can see, in the past period, you have seen a lot of traffic or a lot of newcomers in the market. This means that you have international platforms that are joining Romania, and here you're looking at Skroutz that started coming into Romania, Bulgaria, Hungary, and so on. You do see the trend. You do see Trendyol that it's again expanding quite heavily in the past period, and last but not least, Temu and Shein. These are marketplaces that are expanding a lot into our side of Europe, and it's very important to be part of this expansion. Delivery expectations. This is on the consumer behavior side, because what's very important is for you guys to know that in e-commerce today is not like it was before the pandemic period. Before the pandemic period, you could wait for a couple of days, 4, 5, a week, maybe 2. Now, if you don't deliver in the second day or worst case, third day, you start missing out on conversion. The courier leaders in the region, of course, it's Fun Courier, Cargo, Speedy, and Same Day. Same Day made a huge a huge step with all the lockers, because when you're a buyer, you realize that it's very easy to press the buy button, it goes into your locker, and you can go there whenever you have the time, or when you're coming back from the office, you can stop by and pick it up. What people do expect a lot, yes, it's free shipping and easy returns. Why is that? It's very simple. At the end of the day, if it's easy for you to buy, meaning that you don't have a service charge, people will buy more. So that's why each and every time all the big players, marketplaces, have their special side where you have free delivery, free this and free that. One of the most important parts that I've seen in this business, because as you guys can understand, we have access to a lot of data. What we have seen is the fact that if you offer to the customer an easy return policy, he will trust you more, and of course, he will buy more from you. Trust factors, again, exactly what I said, is that Balkans are okay and they do give chances to international platforms. But there, you will realize that it's very important to be very sophisticated when it comes to how you will sell to them. Because what's very important is that, I'll just give an example from a partner of ours, is that they were selling only pay by card. They didn't go on cash on delivery. They were realizing that their conversion is very, very low. At one point, they made a change and they put on cash on delivery. That's the moment that they had a spike in the conversion. Why is that? Is that they wanted to try you out, they wanted to buy from you, but there was an issue in trusting that specific marketplace. After they put on cash on delivery, if they didn't realize that it will have such an increase. Again, shopping drivers, you have the free delivery, which is 80% of impact. You have the discounts and coupons because, yeah, everybody likes to have a nice discount and to have a good Black Friday and so on. Customer reviews. This is something that is being trending for quite some time. It's very important to have good reviews on your platform, because if you don't and you want to have you have stuff to sell for high value, and people will see, that guy is not really sending the package in time, I had issues with this, issues with that, of course, you'll have an issue in conversion, even if you have the lowest price possible, because there will go the trust. Easy returns, already been through that, and as I said, cash on delivery, it's very important. We still like to give away cash. Challenges. Again, cash on delivery, because this is very important. In the last period, I've seen people, but cash on delivery is dying. No, it's not dying. It has it's slowing down. It's not as important as it used to be in the past, but it's not dying. This is something that everybody needs to understand, and we need to put on it each and every time we have a business plan for Romania, for Bulgaria, or for Hungary, and we are not part of that country. We need to think of this part. Rural logistics. Yeah, when you go outside of the major cities, you do have a smaller access to internet. Of course, this means that side of the country is not really buying as much. Price sensitivity, as I said, we are very well driven by whatever we have to do with pricing. If you have a good price and good review, for sure you'll have a good conversion, and this means more sales. And yeah, regulatory compliance with the VAT. This is something that we hear quite often, and we are suggesting to our partners to have a good collaboration with their accountant or with their accountancy firm in order to understand the part of the VAT for each country, because it's very important for you to know what's the VAT in Bulgaria, what's the VAT in Romania. Yes, you do have the cross-border VAT, but that's not enough. Opportunities. As I said, you do have a high adoption of m-commerce, which is mobile commerce. Idea is that we are, in our region of Europe, we are extremely fast adopters. So whatever you see happening in Germany or in the DACH region, and what will happen in Poland, in the next 1 or 2 years will happen in our region as well. So you guys, you need to keep an eye out to whatever is happening outside, because this will have an impact on our business in the next 1 or 2 years. Cross-border potential, Romania, as I said, it's a gateway to the Balkans. Why? Because we are, let's say, somewhere in the middle. We take a lot of waves from the western part, and this, of course, helps us to push a lot of products and so on towards Bulgaria, Greece, Hungary, and so on. Niche markets. As I said, in the past period, we have seen some spikes. One of the biggest spikes comes from health, ecological products, and premium electronics. In the past, you would like to go into a shop and buy your new iPhone, buy your new MacBook, buy your new laptop. Now, you mainly do all of these acquisitions online. So that's why we're seeing this spike in sales. You do have a possibility of expanding seamlessly from one country to another. As you guys can see, eMAG is present in Romania, Bulgaria, Hungary. So from one marketplace, you can go in 3 markets. Skroutz, they are present in Greece, they are present in Romania, they are present in Bulgaria, and they will open other countries as well. So again, from one marketplace, you go to multiple countries, very, very easy. So you don't need to reinvent the wheel, you don't need to learn that market or to stay and make a huge P&L to acquire that market. And it's very important, the payment innovations. You do have, in the past period, a lot of transactions through wallet. If you guys don't know what wallet is that each and every platform offers a wallet where you can buy in installments. And that it's offered by the marketplace. So actually, if our consumer doesn't want to spend money from his own pocket, he can just take it from the wallet, and he'll see how he can put the installment part. Why export to the Balkans? Very easy. It's a strategic location, so we are very close to each other, especially in this period where you don't really need to stay in the line when you cross border. Shared consumer trends. What happens in Poland will happen in Romania, is happening in Bulgaria, is happening in Hungary, so you don't need to reinvent the wheel. You don't need to spend so much time to acquire a new market. So what you can see that is working on one country, you have a big chance to work on the others as well. Logistics advantages. After the issues with the borders, things move much faster, much easily, and they're not as expensive as in the past. And yeah, at the end of the day, you have various fulfillment services. You can put your stock in one place, and it's distributed from that side with ease. So we talked a bit about the Balkans. We talked a bit about what is going on in the Balkans, how you can expand to the Balkans. But then you'll be thinking, well, what's this guy doing here, and why is he saying so many things about the Balkans, and he didn't say a word about base. So I'll try to make a very easy sales pitch. So in order to make ourselves more understood on the consumer side, okay, which is on the seller side. What we do is that we are centralized management. This means that you guys, you don't need to understand each and every market and put your ads in each and every marketplace by yourself. We will help you, and from one place you will jump into multiple places. Automated workflows. In the past, we have our employee that, I have an employee that puts on my stock. Awesome. And I have another employee that is asking for the courier to come and pick it up. Awesome. And I have another person that is looking all around my warehouse to see if I have stock or not. Awesome. And so on. Idea is that now you have all of it in an app. You don't need to have one person for this, one person for that, one person for whatever. Because if your warehouse guy is missing, you don't know where your stock is. If the person that is normally calling the courier is missing, you don't know how to call a courier. This is then automated by an application that does everything for you. Cost of delivery and logistics. The fact that we have pre-integrated with the Balkan countries, you don't need to go through all the hustle of finding who to make the logistic part. You already have it with us in our app. Compliance, again, talking about the VAT, customs, and so on. The same thing, it's again said, you have all of this help within our app. We already have pre-built integrations, so you don't need to spend money again to integrate yourself either with eMAG or either with Skroutz, Trendyol, or what other marketplaces. You have all of them in one point with just a click of the button. Of course, you need to put your stock up first. Localized logistics, sorry. Talking a lot today. Localized logistics, yes. We have, again, all the major all the major players in each and every country, where, of course, from time to time, we might have very good rates with them because they have been negotiated with them in the idea that we can give it away to our partners. Multi-currency and taxes. You don't need to know exactly what's the price of the leva or the Polish zloty or the lei. It's automated within your app. And last but not least, one thing that people are not putting so much pressure on is real-time analytics. We have a business in online. We have a business where we don't see our buyer. We have a business where we need to know data. We need to have access to this data. We need to know what is selling, who is buying, where is it buying from, and so on. So we know how we can actually proceed and how we can have a better conversion in that country, city, or product. And all of this you will find always in data. As I said at the beginning, I know that I'm between you guys and a possible glass of wine and dinner, so I try to make it as least painful as possible. If you have any other questions for us, you have my colleagues over there. We have our stand. Unfortunately, I think we are out of coffee right now. But if we have any more, we hope that we will see you at our stand. And if you have questions, please free. Cheers.